Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down at the end of Lonely Street. That's Heartbreak Hotel. Oh, baby, now. Oh, baby, so lonely, baby. Oh, baby, so lonely. Oh, baby, so lonely. I could die. And welcome to the Screen Rock Podcast, the podcast where we discuss the weirdest and worst content that's been right on our screens and indeed our minds. Shout out to everyone who subscribes to this podcast on either Apple, YouTube,
Platforms.
or Spotify. Thanks for the big, nice reviews on Apple. It helps us make money. Not as much money as we could be making from the Patreon. There's Freemasons on £3.99 a month. They're getting all of this, plus an extra hour of episodes every single week, guaranteed, sometimes even more than that, and no adverts. Adverts are annoying. The other people who don't hear the adverts are the Illuminati, top-tier patrons. All of that, they're paying £5.99 a month. They're getting a free hat on the top of their heads. Shout out to Eugene, runs our
Sent
Twitter
by
account,
God.
maybe sent by God, and a wink and a kiss. Mwah! To the ladies and the gay people who listen, who I can confirm, having seen them in the face and in the public and with my eyes over the last few days, are the most gorgeous ladies and gay people in the United Kingdom. And I'm here as always with Mr. Jake Farrell.
Can I just say that song that you sang there was stunning?
Did you like it?
I like that very much.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like you're holding back. You're not exposing yourself artistically and being vulnerable with those songs, and you're trying to make it about the laughs. That felt like your genre.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank Elvis. Paedophile.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, he was.
Well, this is quite a funny one because I don't know about you. I mean, this is quite a common Stevenage thing. My mum.
Love
to say
Elvis.
she likes Elvis is an understatement.
Yeah, right.
And it is one of those ones where it's like, you know that he started going out with Lisa Marie when she was like 13 and he was 16 or
This is
whatever.
it, yeah.
And it's like, well, they never done anything.
Yeah.
She said they never done anything.
One of those speaking relationships that musicians like
Famously,
to have with young women.
American GIs and
That's
world
right.
famous musicians.
You know when you just want to have a chat with a 13-year-old for a few years?
I've been doing it for the last 2 years.
We're coming to you from a remote location. You'll notice a different background. We're on tour. We've done shows in Liverpool, Manchester. We did Leeds last night. We're staying in Leeds at the moment. This is the second Airbnb after the Airbnb that I chose in Moss Side in Manchester was deemed a hazard, really. We had to
Yeah. Just after we left, like the council came in and started putting those metal shutters over the windows and the doors.
Yeah, that's right. It was fucking rough. But we've been having a good time, haven't we? We've had good shows.
Yeah, I mean, the shows are unbelievable. Meeting people after the shows, truly incredible. A bit of a hiccup with the old Moss Side Airbnb. And I realised after the fact that, like, Jacob and I, we didn't have a row when you were trying to book it. But I was like, let's just get hotels. At that point, we didn't know Jerome was coming with us either.
Yeah.
And you were like, no, we got to have places to record.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, fair enough. And then like, but by winning that part of the argument, it was then like, and therefore it has to be this Airbnb.
Jacob's right, so Jacob can just choose whatever Airbnb. Yeah.
It's like I should have followed through on that to like,
That's
yes,
right.
you're right, but let's not stay in my side.
Yeah. And also it was I just the only thing I based it on was whether we could get a hot tub.
Yes.
Got the hot tub, got there. The hot tub's like it's like a pond. It's got plant life in it.
Yeah.
Might have had a fish in there
Yeah, you
somewhere.
never know.
Wouldn't have been surprised. Now we're trying to get our money back through Airbnb. They're not letting us. But what we have been doing is drinking the whole time.
Yeah,
We're living like students.
Really bad
The
decision.
Liverpool show Friday, I mean, all of the shows have been great. Thanks to everyone who's come in. The Liverpool show Friday, it was like, we'd driven for like fucking 6 hours to get to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Got there like an hour before the show, stressed, getting everything ready, do the show. So I think afterwards it was like pure release, wasn't it?
Yes. This is the issue with it, is that like we've come with the best of intentions to be like, no, this is a job. Let's kind of like,
we're here to work.
We're here to work. We want to do it properly. We've got to record around it and stuff like that. But then you do the show, and it's always a bit of trepidation about like what's going to happen. And so then like when it goes well, it's kind of like you've won the cup final. Then
100%.
I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like you wouldn't win a big game away from home in the league and then go, oh, well, let's just have an early night.
No, exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, you would if you're trying to win the
true.
league. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. If you're trying to win the league, that's
true.
right.
That's
Whereas
true.
we're relegation battlers who are
That's
getting
true.
pissed after every game.
Yeah, we're the crazy gang.
That's right. Yeah, we're the Tuesday club.
Yeah.
So we went out Friday in Liverpool, found ourselves an Indian restaurant.
Yes.
Which was
an experience.
Well, here's where it went wrong. So I've been boasting on this podcast for the last few months about how I quit the old electro bongs, the old weed pens.
Yes.
knocked them on the head.
Yes.
I am now.
So I was very excited to find out you'd brought 2 with you in the car on the way here. Because what could be better than Jacob Hawley on weed? Jacob Hawley on a lower tolerance of weed than usual, but smoking the same amount of weed as when he used to have the tolerance of a rhino. Doesn't get any better than that.
What happened was I saw my mate a couple of weeks ago at the football, and that's his whole thing is he's got loads of them, right? And I deliberately.
What do you mean that's his whole thing?
He's always got stuff like that. So I met him before, and I was like, the thing is with him, he's one of them. It's like if you meet him at 7, you're going home at 2 in the morning, right? So I was like, I'll meet him before the game at like midday, and then it won't go south, right?
You just brought it forward by 5 hours.
Yeah. That is kind of what happened. Yeah, and I walked away from this guy, and I was like, look, good to see you, mate. You know, maybe I'll see you after the game. Blah blah blah. And he was like, take these. Just put these 2 things in my pocket, and it's just 2 fucking pens. I'm like, fuck, I'm not going to get in the fucking stadium with them. Anyway, so I've not really been doing it much. I will say one thing that I've missed about having a little bit of cannabis in the evening. Yeah. And this is something I forgot that I used to do this quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So my joy in my life, a lot of it comes from football, but not necessarily even football itself, but football.
Unbelievable that kids is not the first answer.
No, I don't know. I love my children.
Okay.
I love my missus.
Yes.
I love, my work, doing this with you, all that.
Right.
But in terms of my like downtime, relaxation, you know me. I'm not reading. I'm not fucking watching films or
no,
series.
Famously, yeah.
I'm listening to football podcasts.
Yes.
And the best thing about the weed pens, especially the ones that are quite strong, which gets, is I can like, and I'll do sort of housework. I'll just do a bit of cleaning. I'll get a bit fucking, and I'll clean the house, or I'll pack up people's hats. For anyone who receives 2 hats or doesn't receive one,
you like doing manual labour and getting stoned.
Yeah, just doing bits and bobs. Sure. Getting stuff, because there's always stuff to do when you've got kids in the house. You put them to bed, and then my missus might just be like, I'm gonna have an early night and go to bed. Once the kids go down, I'm like, well, I'll tidy up, and I get a bit baked. Yeah. And what I like to do is listen to football podcasts. But what's good about the weed pens is I get so stoned whilst listening to the football podcast. And I've done this twice in the last couple of weeks since I got these things.
I think I know what you're about to say.
I just rewind it back and listen again. I listened to the exact same hour of podcast.
That's actually better than what I thought you were going to say.
What did you think I was going to say?
I thought you were going to say that you got so stoned that you started thinking you were on the podcast.
Oh, I talk along. I
don't really think you should be playing in the left eight.
I don't know. Like my missus has genuinely that, and I'm not just saying this because you suggested it. I've been downstairs like tidying up the kitchen or whatever, listening to a football podcast, and she'll like film the noise coming up from downstairs, and it's just me having a one-sided conversation with my headphones.
Fuck me.
No, listen, Clive. Look, if we are going to play a higher line than that, we need pace on the break. It's not about playing Victor, right? But what I do is I listen to the whole episode, and then because I've completely
forgot it already.
I just go back and listen again. Fucking brilliant. But then so Friday, right, I brought these things with me because I can't do it if I'm looking after my kids. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, right, perfect time to have a little tokidoke.
Yeah.
So Friday night, we find this nice Indian that's open late. They get us a table.
Yes.
So I'm like, fucking perfect. I'm gonna go outside, have a little dibble dabble do on my electro bong.
Probably just worth saying at this point as well that our mate Jerome is with us. He's a videographer. He's doing all of the videos for us. So it's like even more like there's 3 of us. I think Jerome's probably a bit like, how's this going to go? How's it going to work? How am I going to set up? He's done a fucking cracking job.
Yeah.
Looks amazing. We looked at the footage. It looks fucking amazing. The show's been incredible. Met a really old friend, saw him and his family for a couple of pints afterwards. We're flying, man.
Everything's coming up straight. And we've had 6 pints of beer. Yeah, that's
probably
worth
including that. Yeah,
yeah, right. So we're pissed, but I'm like, we order our mains and we order some fucking mad mushroom thing, and I go out and I get. Right.
Do you want to? You've got 2 of the weed pens as well. Do you want to say how you distinguish between one and the other? One of them has got a famous person on it.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, yeah, this is the thing. So when I saw my mate who gave it, this can't just be a podcast about drug dealing. But he won't let me pay him, to be fair. But
it's not
gifting.
Drug dealing, it's drug gifting.
# gifted, right? This podcast is brought to you by... No, I shouldn't. We might have to bleep that.
This is a paid partnership with Jacob Scaffolder, mate, from RC.
Yeah, who has got the best weed pens on the market.
Therapy is a sign of weakness. Why don't you just smoke drugs instead?
We've got to start an episode. Anyway, so yeah, I've got 2. There's one which is like an expensive one that's really strong, actually, and then one which is like, by his admission, probably quite shit. Like, he didn't pay much, blah blah blah. But it's got It's got an image of Mike Tyson's face on it.
We've not discussed why, but when I saw that, I was just like, I can't touch that. I cannot talk about that. There's a picture of a. Okay, we've got this thing.
He sent me this menu before I met him, and he was like,
a menu.
Yeah. He was like, what flavour do you want? Do you want this? I was like, go for pineapple, kush, blah blah blah. And then
Do any of them have a on them?
No, don't bring that up. The vape hasn't one, has it?
We're gonna have to bleep that, right?
You can't.
I think that word is really bad for the YouTube algorithm.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Mike Tyson was allegedly involved. No, it wasn't. He went to prison.
Let's just stop that. Look, basically, my mate, I picked the one I want. He gave me the one I want, and then he was like, also, you've got to take the Tyson vape, bro. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I got these ones. They're a bit shit, but it's got Mike Tyson's face on it. I can't let you leave and go to the game without a Tyson vape.
You can.
Yeah, well, but it turns out, actually, the one that I got, that I was like, it's too strong. It makes me go fucking mental.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Tyson vape is actually perfect for me.
Okay.
The sort of Poundland shit one is actually bang on because, as you say, anyway. So I'm fucking puffing outside this Indian restaurant. I come back in, like I look like I haven't slept in for right. James ordered this mushroom thing. It's the best thing that's ever been in my mouth. I'm delighted. Things are going well. But I said to you, because I've been for a pit. I said to you, I was like, I keep getting these fucking. Bear in mind, it's like 11:30 on a Friday night. I'm getting these fucking cold calls. I don't know what's going on. It's weird time to get cold calls. You're just ignoring me, right? So then, you're just looking at me as if I'm chatting bollocks. Yeah,
because you fucking are.
And then I'm getting this call, and I'm like, hello. And it's like an Indian voice, and there's a bit of me that's like, I'll be really honest. There's a bit of me that's like, is this a call center? What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, who is this? And they're like, you called us. I'm like, no, you called me. I'm like, you called me. What's going on? And then it's like, hello, sir. I'm like, hello. It's 11:30. You called me. How did you get my number? And I'm like, what the fuck is going? 11:30. And I have to say, it's lucky because usually I get quite aggro with them because my whole thing is like they're trying to get grandparents and get all their savings and stuff.
Right.
Whereas this time I think because I was quite sort of stoned, I was just like, what's going on? And why are you calling? What do you want? Hiya. And then we're sat in this Indian restaurant while it's happening, dipping in our mushroom. I turn around and there's like a sort of maitre d' guy.
Yeah, it's quite a nice, fancy Indian restaurant, wasn't it?
Yeah, and most of the waiters are in white shirts, but then there's the sort of big boss guy stood at the front, full 3-piece suit, and he's holding a phone, and he just sort of turns around, like grins at me, and he's like,
yeah, just gives a little wave.
Hello, sir. And I'm like, hello, and it's him. Yeah. It's him on the phone, and I think the first thing I said was like, how did you know I was here? And he just sort of looked.
That was the first thing he said. And then you took the phone away from your head and looked at me and went, how does he know that I'm here? What on earth am I meant to do with that information?
But the thing is, you and Dre, you didn't know I was stoned, so you were both just like, "Oh, this is weird. What's going on? Why's that guy calling you?" And that's when I sort of put the phone down. I was like, "I'm stoned off my fucking nut. I don't know what's going on. How do you know I'm here?" And I was like, Jerome was like, "Well, did you? I don't know. Did you give them your number when we came in? Because when we came in, he was like, "Oh, do you need a table?" And he took my name for some reason. So they were like, I was like, maybe I gave him my number, but then why is he calling me while I'm at the table? I was so fucked with it that we had to send Jerome to go. And I think he said to him, he went to him, he was like, hello, my friend over here is a bit shy. Would you mind telling me why you called him?
My friend over there is on the Tyson vape. He's had a little dibble dabble dough outside, and he's a bit shy.
You see my friend over there whose eyeballs are the size of fucking plates?
No, not the ginger one with the receding hairline whose veins popping out the side of his head. The one next to him.
The one whose soul has fallen out of his trousers and looks like he's about to cry.
Not the ginger guy with his head in his hands. The guy next to him.
They were like, what? And Jerome was like, why did you call him? And they were like, oh, we're just returning a missed call. And then I was like, huh? And Jerome came back. He's like, did you call them? And I was like, oh yeah, when I was in the hotel, I called them to check if they were open. But for 5 minutes, I was like, I've lost my mind.
Yeah,
the Tyson vape has got me.
The Tyson vape has got you.
I've been knocked out by a Tyson vape.
Yeah, you've been KO'd. 1 round KO.
Right. Talking about people who...
Sorry, just to finish on that.
Yeah.
What I came away from that was there was a moment after the gig when we're like 6 pints in and you were on your own in the hotel room, cold calling every Indian restaurant in Liverpool.
Hello. I'm looking for a Balti. Have you still got the cooker one?
And by the way, I'm going to forget about this. So if you ring me back.
You mind if I pick a Tyson vape? Ladies and gentlemen, talk about people who aren't in their right mind. This week we've maybe got the most mental man. I mean, we did Liver King a couple of weeks ago. That's up there. But this is fucking... We're staying in the realm of American lunatics.
We're on a bit of a yank run at the moment.
This is it. We've had some British chaos over the summer.
Time for
We're
a bit of
going
yank.
into American lunatic winter. Don't want to be in America. I fucking hate that band.
Yeah.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Alex Jones. Boy, get on this.
Bit of trepidation.
Alex Jones, you worried?
Not that he's going to get us, just that like these are murky waters to swim out into, aren't they? This is like we're going for a dip in the creek. Everything's going to be fine. There's a crocodile under there somewhere ready to fucking bite your legs off.
Alex Jones is yesterday's man.
Right.
And yesterday is, I think he's very 2010s. I think he's very Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
And Alex Jones was remarkable in a time where being a mad right-wing conspiracy theorist stood you out,
Mm-hmm.
rather than that being almost a criteria to be a YouTuber.
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I mean? It's like we live in a time now where it's like you can't scroll through Twitter without seeing someone who is spending their days filming people outside a migrant hotel.
Mhm.
Or they've bought a green screen and they're talking about the great displacement theory.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It like that
Proper
is,
heinous stuff.
it's so normalized now that obviously, like, there's been one sort of incident with Alex Jones where he's doing his conspiracy stick. He's obviously chatting out of his fucking arse. He's been sued by the family and everything's gone. The sort of media empire that he built is gone. But it's almost like he would have died out anyway, just because, like, there are younger, fitter, leaner people. And I'm not talking about, he's actually lost loads of weight recently. But, like, there are just people that are better at him at this than him now, and that thing that he's doing,
right.
which it was once, it was like, you know, there's this guy who like it's kind of Joe Rogan, ironically on steroids, but I know Joe Rogan is on it. There's like if you sort of max out Rogan, you get to this. It's like, well, that's YouTube.
Now, if you were like, yeah, there's a guy who kind of rants and raves about right-wing conspiracy theories on YouTube in a kind of quite elaborate set, and he's kind of based in the south of America, and he's really into like kind of weightlifting drugs. It'd be like, there's 55
Which
of those.
One? Which one? Like all of Austin, Texas. I don't know if there are fucking roads there anymore because it's just podcast studios for those guys. Do you know what I mean? And it's like
gyms and podcast studios. That's all they need.
That's it. And so in terms of like my attitude towards Alex Jones, and I'm going to be careful how I tread this line. It's like, I don't feel sorry for him. but I kind of, and I think I'm guilty of doing this a lot. I find him sort of so ridiculous that I don't think he's a threat, and thus I don't treat him with the kind of disdain that I should for someone whose views are as bad as his. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of similar to the Runaway Nonce.
Who had the over-under on 3 minutes for the mention of the Runaway Nonce?
Oh, we have to. I know we spoke about it a little bit, our live show leads, but like, if people aren't aware, if they've forgotten, there was fucking hell, this is real right-wing concerns. This could be Alex Jones chat. Ironically, we're like, yeah, Alex Jones is kind of gone now. There's just these YouTubers who talk about this stuff. And by the way, welcome to the Scream Lot podcast, where we're going to talk about a migrant who's a paedophile and he's on the run. That feels like Alex Jones, doesn't it? There are migrants and they're pedophiles and they're on the run out there. And the police ain't going to fucking stop them. Leftists ain't going to fucking stop them. Where are these guys? This is the thing. This is what I find so funny about the Runaway Nonce. And I know.
Sorry, are other people calling him the Runaway Nonce, or is it just you?
I think it's just me. The Runaway Nonce.
Because the thing that puts in my mind is the children's nursery rhyme, the Runaway Train. You've kind of infantilized him.
But this is my point, and I know that I'm guilty of this. I do like see the funny side of this stuff. It's like because I'm like, well, they're a bit daft, so they can't be evil. And I think I forget sometimes. It's like they can be.
I think in our position of
stupid.
privilege, we are often insulated from the consequences of people like the runaway nonce as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
I'm too old for the runaway nonce.
Yeah, right.
But and similar with Alex Jones, the politics that he peddles, we wouldn't be the victims of necessarily.
Yeah.
We're not Mexican or
well, I mean, he's
trans.
He's a pretty equal opportunities cunt. But there's about 100 people. I think we as 34-year-old white men might be the only people he hasn't had to go out. To be fair,
yeah, because he's sort of anti-Palestine, pro-Israel, yet still kind of anti-Semitic in a lot of it.
Yeah,
it's very
kind of as our maybe as kind of woke lefty wet wipes that don't believe the kind of the conspiracy theories. Maybe we'd be an enemy to him as well. But in many other facets, we're his guys.
Well, this is it. Yeah, and maybe he sort of ran so that we could walk behind him, and now here we are covering the runaway nonce. But as I say, with the runaway nonce, it's like you could, if you wanted to, do a kind of there's a pedophile on the run. He was a migrant. He's a fucking alien to this country, and the police aren't going to catch this guy, and he's on the run, and he's deadly, and we're going to find him. And it's like, well, like you kind of don't. The runaway nonce didn't know where to go. The runaway nonce is essentially, a sort of like an admin error.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Something went wrong in the handover, and you can guarantee a woman called Sue didn't get the right form at the right time, so she sort of computer said noed it. So he was sort of hanging around being like, I think I need to be deported now, guys. And they were like, yeah, we'll get back to you in a minute. They left him for an hour and a half to the point he was like, I'm just going to fucking pot her off.
If John Cleese had any balls, the next iteration of the Fawlty Towers stage show would be the runaway nonce checking into Fawlty Towers. And Manuel having...
Don't let him in! He's the runaway nonce!
It's like, it is a real...
Mr. Fawlty, the runaway nonce. He needs no clothes. He's still wearing his prison clothes. What are you talking about, Manuel? It's a paedophile! I should deport you as well as the runaway nonce, Manuel!
Yeah, Manuel getting deported accidentally and the runaway nonce becoming the maitre d' of Fawlty Towers. That would be the end of the episode. It's like a perfect encapsulation of the farcical nature of the British state at the moment.
It's like the perfect thing that could happen in Starmer's Britain. It's got everything.
It's got everything.
Migration, paedophiles,
and it's like,
admin errors,
in a way,
and sort of British politeness to the point where, like, as I say, Alex Jones would describe this as like this vile monster who's on the run, on the loose. Don't let your kids out. The guy's asking for directions.
Yeah,
the guy, there was footage of him in a town centre, just go, where do I go? And people are just like, I don't know, go somewhere else. Fuck off, go to the station or something.
And it's just like, I
went to Dalston. To be fair, there's a part of me, he ended up just sort of pottering around Dalston, not knowing what to do, being like, I can't afford any of this. That's how I end up in fucking Dalston most weekends. My missus, Jakey, we need to go to the Dusty Knuckle Bakery. And I'm like, fuck, can we not just go to a library? Someone deport me.
Yeah, please. But it's like a perfect thing. It's so farcical. In a way, he might be the most high-profile criminal of the last 10 years, not insofar as the severity of his crimes, but in the things that it caused around it. And it's like, as our mate Rob said to us the other day, this is the one thing that we didn't want to happen. In terms of letting him go. Not just letting him go, he didn't even escape. Like, not even.
They kind of said, well, I don't know, you've missed a deadline or something, not today.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess I'll potter around. Yeah, try coming back tomorrow.
I would love.
If you email us, just email info@thegovernment.com. We'll get back to you when we can.
That would be fucking amazing if the reason is that some cunt is listening to screenwrite in the immigration office in Epping, and he gets a thing put on his desk. He's got his AirPod hidden from his boss, and the boss goes, "Whatever you do, don't let this guy go." And he goes out, "Let this guy go."
Yeah.
You got it, boss. Like, it's fucking crazy. But like you say, I mean, obviously there's this intense depth of like kind of quite xenophobic and right-wing feeling around Epping hotels. But then the guy was actually let out and not confronted by a furious mob.
No,
exactly. Just confronted by like 10 or 15 confused people going, "I think the train station's down there." Like, it's it's the most British thing ever.
Yeah, it makes you think like all. Is any of it real?
It's like it's either not real or it's circumstantial. Insofar as people were really angry at one point, and then it's like, oh, I fucking wish I could get in there. I'd rip that bald nonce. Oh, not the bald nonce. I'd rip that runaway nonce limb from limb.
Bald as well, but I get what you mean.
And then like they're in a Costa on Epping High Street 2 weeks later, and then someone goes, he's out. He's down there. He's like,
Yeah.
I've just ordered a cortado now. I can't go down
But
there.
this is it. It's like there was that Adam Brooks Essex PR guy who, and he was like the first one to leak the footage of being like, I've just seen the runaway nonce. He's on Chelmsford High Street. He's been spotted. He's in his like prison tracksuit with all his gear in a bag. Yeah, and he's like, he's there right now. And it's like, well, you've been talking about how much you fuck. Why don't you go sort it out?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
All these people, all these like sort of like,
And not violently, by the way, but just to go and
whatever, do whatever the fuck you. I mean, be violent if you want. He's a nonce. Like,
no, don't be violent if you want.
Well, I don't know.
Respect the rule of law.
I don't know. He's a nonce. If you wanted to fucking whack him about,
No,
I think that's
no. You should report him to the relevant authorities, and they should put him back in until he is released in farcical fashion again 2 weeks from now.
But this is it.
and becomes the maitre d' of a hotel in Torquay.
The way that story was told, you like, because basically, it's while we were on tour. I slept in the living room of our fucking shithole in Moss Side. And I woke up at 7 in the morning because I couldn't sleep. So I just put on the fucking news, and they were like, "He's still at large. He's still on the run. He's like, he's on the walk. Like he's on the fucking potter.
He's on the stroll.
Yeah. He's on the fucking.
He's on the mooch.
He's on the mooch about. He's on the pottering around. He's not fucking running anywhere. He's asking where to go. But and then it's like, and then they were like, we got him in Finsbury Park. We got him. And it's like, I was just waiting for like the sort of news flash 3 hours later to be like, there's been another twist in the runaway nonce saga. Unfortunately, the police officers accidentally deported themselves, and now he is part of the Essex police force. Do you know, like a proper Benny Hill sketch of like, oh no, we're on the boat to Rwanda. Now he's
Police officers are reporting that he's a top bloke and that they're out for a pint in the Florin in Finsbury Park. Yeah, it's really crazy stuff.
But this is the mad thing. It's like we live in a time when, like, you know, that kind of like fringe media is
media.
Yeah, is mainstream.
Yeah,
like I for years I remember Alex Jones would be like, you can't trust the mainstream media. The mainstream media are fucking lying to you. It's like they've now just adopted it.
Well, yeah,
they've just taken it on. It's like the stuff you see on Sky News now, and it's kind of funny because it's like. Football does this. We were saying this the other day about how, like, you know, Sky Sports used to be like the news, what's happening, fairly dry. They've now just got Jamie O'Hara being like, I think Arsenal are fucking cucks, right? And it's like Sky News themselves have kind of done that with normal news.
Well, and
with current affairs.
Yeah, exactly. Because there is like the internet has promoted this like fracturing of culture into 1,000 tiny splinters rather than one like homogenous thing, and like it doesn't really wash people being like, don't trust the mainstream media anymore, because more people watch Liam Tufts on YouTube than watch the 10 o'clock news.
Right.
Yeah. But it's like it's not just like, obviously there's Rogan and Theo Von and they're like kind of comedians, and there's this slightly manosphere right wing thing. But like even like mental people that most people have never heard of get more views than The Guardian on a daily basis.
I watch Liam Tufts more than I watch the news.
Yeah, but yes.
And I'm in my head, I'm like, I'm doing this for a laugh. It's a laugh.
That's what I say every time I'm sat here doing this with you. I'm not this guy. I'm a normal guy.
I'll be watching Liam Tufts. This is another one of those things that I'll sort of have it in my headphones while I'm like stoned cleaning the kitchen or tidying up the living room.
It explains a lot to me.
And I'll just watch it twice or listen to it twice, right? Because none of it's really gone in, I hope, right? But then I'll sort of, it'll be one of those things where it's almost like I almost sober up whilst listening, and I'm like, sorry, what?
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean? They're in like a fucking. There was one the other day. Okay, I could try and find it on my phone. He was interviewing, I think it was a stripper, and she was talking about how like migrants have ruined strip clubs.
Oh my God.
Let me try and find it. I mean, it's just
I saw today, while you're looking for that, that James English has just interviewed a cannibal, which is like we are through the looking glass.
I can't find it.
Do you like the taste of human flesh, eh? How did that make you feel the first time you ever roasted someone?
And as you say, these things are getting more views than the news.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like more people are watching. You know, British patriots must fight to defend British strip clubs against migrants. That is Liam Tufts.
Sorry, that's the title of the video.
Yeah.
British patriots must fight to defend British strip clubs.
Yeah. If you're a patriot, get out and protect your local.
What would that look like?
But
what does that battle look like?
But this is
we want to go in there and leer at women without anyone else from
Yeah.
other countries there.
Get that runaway nonce out. He wouldn't have found it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the British patriots must defend the place where the last bastion of manners and the modicum of good sense takes over.
Yeah.
The Great British Strip Club.
We are. And this is the thing. It's like, the other thing that was on the news the other day when I was watching it was there's like a Reform MP who her thing is like this, and it's the normalization of opinions
Of
like
lunacy.
this. That not just that you can just say this, but you're on the news and people are going, "What do we think? Do we reckon?" Right? That's kind of how they present it. This Reform MP, she'd gone, "I think there are too many black and Asian people in adverts." Right now, that is something like even 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's something that your nan or granddad says at the dinner table at Christmas.
Yes.
And on Boxing Day, you go, yeah, fuck it, get him in the home. Do you know what I mean?
We've had enough.
That's final straw. Just put him in the fucking home. Fuck him,
That's
right?
what someone says when you've been chatting to them in a provincial pub for like 3 pints. It's a bit giddy on a Friday night. They're a bit of a character. Then they say that and you go, oh,
I'm leaving.
fuck. Sorry,
leaving.
mate.
Yeah.
Like,
Or like,
we're not even sorry, mate. Like, shut up.
We're not
bye-bye.
going to let Granddad drink next Christmas
No,
because
no,
he
no.
started
Put the
saying
pot away.
he's
Yeah.
talking about the advert stuff again.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now, that is like a professional, I think it was actually an MP, an
Yeah,
elected member of Parliament can say that and Sky News go, what do we think? And it's like, what do you mean, what do we think? It's racism.
Do you know what Farage said about it?
What?
Her comments were not deliberately racist. Just an amazing thing to have to like say about. Oh yeah, no, you weren't. They weren't being deliberately racist.
There was a Tory MP who was on whatever fucking show I was watching at 7 a.m. while you were all sleeping. There was a Tory MP who was on there, and they were like the anchor of the show was like, I mean, it's racist, isn't it? He's like, they're not words I would.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. I've actually thought to myself, like, if I get hauled in at work about this podcast, that's what I would say.
They're not words.
That's not something that I would say.
Yeah.
Those are not words that I would use.
Someone pointed out on Twitter that specific Tory MP, that he'd had like a scandal a few years ago where he was like using rent boys, and someone was like, and to be fair, all the rent boys were black, so he's not actually racist.
Like what? I mean, this is going to come up with Alex Jones today, and this is just a concept I'm fascinated by. But just the hills that people will die on.
Yeah.
If the hill that you're willing to die on is there are too many black and Asian people in adverts, you are insane.
But it's
beyond empathy.
But what that means is that's the tip of the iceberg that they're willing to say.
Right.
Do you
What
know
do
what I mean?
they say when the door's locked at home?
Yeah,
right.
They want people.
I
won't
right.
say it, but they want fucking.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Yeah, if that's the thing that it's like, I'll say this on the news, like. What are they saying to their grandparents at Christmas dinner? Do you know?
What are their grandparents saying to them at Christmas? Yeah. Fuck me.
Should we watch a bit of Alex Jones?
Let's watch a bit of Alex Jones.
And this is kind of heyday Jones.
Yeah.
This is when he still had the weight on him. I think he looked better. He's one of those where he's lost weight and got fit now, and I think he looks worse for it.
Yeah, so this is Alex Jones. And like this is the kind of thing that he kind of popularized. And what I think maybe the jumping off point for this is, like we said, it's kind of mad right-wing stuff that's now been superseded by more popular broadcasters. But also there is the feeling of like the kind of P.T. Barnum showman to it that really comes through.
There's no video of President Trump sucking a ding-dong. And so what if there was? That's a lot better than World War III, Owen.
Fair play.
Any ding-dongs. But I tell you, if they were going to blackmail me to start World War III about one, I'd say, hey, I sucked a golf ball through a freaking garden hose.
Didn't you already tell Der Spiegel that?
No, the son of a bitch walked in there in my own office when I'd splattered stuff on myself when I was changing shirts. He goes, oh, that's a good shot. Let's get your shirts. And then I go, hey, have some of this chicken and sausage. So technically I said, Jones offered me his sausage. Yeah, give me a break, you son of a bitch. I like women, not men. And if I like men, I'd be proud of it. I'd have a line of them. But I ain't ever been in bed with no man. I've been in bed with probably 300 women. And you sons of bitches sit there and you play these games, and I'm sick of it.
Now,
that is great podcasting.
Yeah, that's liquid
That is
stuff.
just brilliant.
That
is
stuff.
just, and it's like, it brings back the class. It feels like an episode of The Two Mics.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, mate. Kind of, Paul, we just speak about this. Porky's kind of our Alex Jones in a way.
Kind of.
He is the kind of tea time British Alex Jones.
Daft old uncle.
Yeah.
Probably quite right wing and nasty, but
Yeah.
there's no point taking any of it seriously.
No,
right?
I mean, because he's talking about the fact that like MI6 are using robot pigeons to investigate stuff.
Yeah.
He's saying you should put wing mirrors on horses.
Yeah.
He's saying that you should make football shirts out of cardboard so that if people rip them, you'd know that they were being having their shirt.
And
pulled.
this is the thing: is like someone like Alex Jones is like that. He is a career shit talker, right?
Oh God!
And so what he does is he's a kind of he's even though he is an idealist, he's a kind of weathercock at the same time.
Right.
So he goes towards the trends.
Because he's an entertainer first and foremost, right? It's not like it's presented in this thing of like I'm here to tell the truth, but ultimately he's beholden to the whims of the audience.
And I think it's he's as you say, like Porky in this country. It's like yes, okay. I think we should be allowed to paint our faces when England play Wales in the rugby. Why? Because I'm proud to be British, right? Okay,
yeah.
And it's like that. It just feels sort of silly.
Mike,
and
we'd like you to have an opinion about the thing that's happening this week.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, fine.
Sure, yes, of course, right. But it's kind of silly and ridiculous because I
Right.
think so much like British people are kind of petty and silly. Like as I say, like even the worst person on the news on this Sunday, the Reform MP, she was talking about adverts. He's talking about cages a lot of the time. Do you know what I mean? It's so much more violent.
And
with
it's just like
Yanks.
right. America is just this heightened, almost version of ours.
More violent than us, more
Yeah.
extreme than us.
We've got this like shadow world. Thankfully, so far.
It's a bit polite, it's a bit silly.
But that's what I worry about.
Put it this way: the runaway nonce would have been shot in seconds in America.
Yeah, he's not getting directions to Chelmsford train
No,
station.
he just gets shot in the head. And a lot of them would fucking love that.
Right.
I think Trump would love that. A runaway migrant nonce getting shot in the street in Jake's fairly. He's not hungover, but he's had a few days of me, and this is me shouting. A runaway migrant nonce getting shot. I'll tell you now, Jake Trump would love it. Whereas in this country, we give the runaway migrant nonce directions and a little tote bag with an avocado on it.
Yeah, and there's a guy.
I have to say, that brings me fucking national pride.
Yeah. So far, I mean, I wonder if we are slipping with the Tuftsification, with the Adam Brooks PRification of it all.
We're getting that way.
We're getting closer to it.
And it's shit.
Yeah, it's
fucking shit,
At last,
man.
something we can agree on.
I kind of want to live in a country where the quote-unquote manhunt for the runaway nonce, they genuinely on the news, they were speculating what kind of train ticket he might have bought. Because one ticket would have been direct to Liverpool Street, and one of them he could have got off at Stratford. That is the severity of the quote unquote manhunt.
That is it. That is Britain. There. That's like getting Al Capone for tax evasion. That is.
Yeah.
We got the runaway nonce, not because he's a nonce, because he bought the off-peak ticket when he was travelling at peak time, and actually he was on an LNER service when he should have been on a Great Pennines Express service.
Yes.
And he's been fined £25. Let's call it quits.
Would we deport him for sex offences towards children? We couldn't quite manage it. But then the Aviva staff on that train found that he did not have the correct rail card for the travel.
How the fuck is it, right, that every time I accidentally forget my rail card, I'm getting close to getting banged up? This guy does a load of sex offences. They're like, go on, mate.
Somehow a paedophile got into London for free.
That is Britain. That is it. You are like, there is no chance. That's the worst thing you could do as a criminal that's on the run and wanted is get on the train, because those bastards will get you. You can pretend you're asleep. You can pretend you're in the toilet. They will be weighing out. Excuse me, sir. Your carriage conditions on your ticket are not currently valid. Out you come.
Yeah.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. Whereas a paedophile in his prison scrubs can somehow board the train with a bag of little duckies.
Little duckies.
What I like with Jones, I obviously like the nasty.
Can you just come this way, but your arm's cutting off?
Yeah, of course, brother. I want to get the arms in. I've been training.
You've been training.
But what I like with Jones is when he goes conspiracy. Because I've got a brain for conspiracy.
Right.
Would you believe the man who smokes enough cannabis
listens to Liam
pens?
Tufts twice.
Yes. I've had some. The main one for me was the anti-vax one.
Okay, you got by that, did you?
You remember? I was anti-vax.
Yeah, I remember that you had COVID 3 times, yeah. You had it 3 Christmases in a row, you daft cunt.
Yeah, the universe really did a number on me there, didn't it?
I won't be taking that vaccine. No chance. My body's a temple. Jerome, you got any cat with you? Bash.
I genuinely remember being at a party in sort of dodgy, not supposed to be, fucking 2 meters, whatever, but it was locked down and we were all just doing madness and at a party doing ket with a man who would carry 10 grams of ket with him at a time and would do lines of ket like it was a cigarette. This guy, I can't name this guy, but this guy, I've never seen. I've hung out with him in the morning and he'll have a bit. Like this, like ketamine is like a cup of tea to this guy.
Wow.
And he was the one who convinced me not to get the vaccine. Genuinely. Genuinely. A man whose liver looks like an old little bag because of the amount of ket he's getting through.
Yeah. Big bit of mushroom pate down there, yeah.
You don't want to be like these sheep, mate, getting that rubbish pumped into you. Or do you want another bit?
Do you want some horse tranquilizer?
But then my whole thing,
what was, so for instance, like the black British community, I remember there was like surveys.
Let's
and
talk
like,
about them.
And like there was a very valid concern there because over the years, the medical industry is like systematically disenfranchised black people in America and over here as well. And so there is a well-founded suspicion within that community.
That's right.
Of like interventions like that because they've been mistreated so badly over years. You don't have that excuse. So what was your one?
I do think deep in my soul I've got more akin with black people than white people.
Okay, that's the end of the podcast. That is.
I do.
By what do you mean?
Vibe-wise.
Vibe-wise.
I think vibe-wise, I've got just a bit of the cool.
Right.
That black people have.
So you're utilising a positive stereotype. I think that's fine. That black people are inherently cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying that you're akin to that.
I've got a bit, and I've just always felt a bit different to other white people.
I would say that, yeah. I think that's fair to say.
No, with the vaccine thing, I don't know why. I think I was just. I've got a very like childish. I'm not proud of this at all. A childish sort of fuck the rules thing sometimes. I think it was a bit of that,
bit contrarian.
But then I am like, this is my whole thing with any conspiracies. I just don't give a shit enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's
so like be protesting on the streets about it, or
or to do anything that would actually like make my life more difficult. But I fucking eventually it became very clear to me that you were going to have to get vaccinated to go on holiday.
Yeah, I do remember that being the kicker. Yeah,
at that point I didn't give a fuck. I was like, yeah, fucking jab me, and I got one. And then you had to have 2 to go on fucking holiday, and I didn't get the second one. So even then, I got one, and then all my anti-vax mates at the ketamine parties were like, "Oh man, you've got one. Definitely don't get the second one because that'll make you even more likely to be magnetic." I don't fucking know.
Ironically, the ketamine party guys, they spend a lot of time in Ibiza, don't they?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. How were they getting in and out? They were just.
I honestly, mate. At one point, I genuinely had the phone number of a nurse in Essex who you could go there, slip her 50 quid, and she'd pretend to vaccinate you and give you a thing. Genuinely.
Wow.
I had her phone number. That is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So
we should have just set that up as a scheme for all the morons, and we're going, yeah, we're doing it a fake vaccine.
Yeah.
You're being fake vaccinated.
Don't worry, it's the fake one.
See, told you, since I had that fake vaccine, I've not had COVID once.
Yeah. But I don't know, but then God, I had this incident where my little girl was 1 year old, or like 18 months, and it was me, my missus, my daughter, and a few of our pals were going to Malta on a little all-inclusive, get pissed, and, baby would be with us, but we're all there, we could all have a good laugh.
Nice.
And I'd been single vaxxed, and I think I'd like try to download a screenshot of something saying I've been double vaxxed. I could genuinely fucking got on a plane with that, and I managed to get through UK border with that.
Classic. You and the runaway nonce. Couple of screenshots.
Yeah, I got a ticket to Malta there. Don't worry, I've been double vexed.
Both of us with a tote bag with an avocado on it. He's asking me for directions to the beach.
I recognise you.
Yeah.
Me and the runaway nonce on the plane tomorrow. Might as well bring him with us, Lardy.
I don't think I'll leave him with the kids, mind you, but...
Yeah. So get into Malta, and I show them my little dodgy screenshot thing, and they're having fucking none of it. And genuinely, I got put in like this sort of like fucking detention room.
A pen.
Yeah. It was fucking horrible. And it wasn't just people who'd not been vaxxed properly. There was genuinely like people there who were like doing dodgy migration stuff.
Right.
And it was just fucking, I mean, worst vibes ever in this place. And it was like...
Okay, it wasn't a vibey migration pen.
You know, one of them ones where the vibes in the migration pen are a
Yeah.
bit low. No one brought a Bluetooth speaker. The fucking runaway nonsense sat next to me go, God, Dolster was better than this, mate.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
All of these poor people come from all over the world. They're desperately trying to get into Malta, fleeing from whatever war zone they're in.
Fucking hell, it's not very vibe. Yeah,
Cheer
yeah.
up, boys. Might never happen. Anyway, so I'm my missus and my kid and my mates have all gone through. And this, I swear on my life, this happened. Yeah. This is how, again, even Malta, it's all a bit. I'm like, and it was for my birthday. I've just remembered the whole trip was for my birthday.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm saying to the migration staff, I'm like, look, please. I was like, look, I was fucking around with the screenshot thing, but I have had one jab. You know, come on. You had to test. I was like, I have had a test. I haven't got fucking COVID. Let me through. It's my birthday. My kid's there. And, you know, my mates are like, you know, I'm texting them being like, I'm trying to talk my way out. And it's like,
It's not looking good, Brev.
I'm like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. And then I'm like, I need to fucking. They're like, look, it ain't happening. You can stay here, book yourself a flight home, and just you're gonna have to fucking go back to London. And so I'm almost making peace with the fact I'm like, well, my mates, my kid, my missus are all gonna have to have a holiday on my birthday holiday without me.
They're
and I'm
fucking
just gonna have to
buzzing,
go
man.
back to-
They're fucking buzzing.
They've got the runaway nonce with them. They're like, he'll be
It's
better
so
than Jacob.
close. I can't believe it. This could be the best week of our lives.
So they're like, look, just get your phone out, book yourself a fucking flight home. It's not happening. And then my phone died. And I was like, can I just, like, I need my missus to get my fucking, I was like, she's sat over there. So they got a member of staff to go get my missus and bring me a phone charger. And she had my little girl with her. And I was a bit emotional. I was like, fuck it. And I was just like, I remember in that moment being like, what the fuck have you done, you fucking idiot? You spent loads of money on this holiday. It's the first holiday with my daughter abroad. And you fucked it because you were sat with ketamine addicts for weeks believing this shit.
Yeah.
And genuinely what happened is like my missus came with a charger for me. She's holding my little girl in her arms. She passes me this charger, gives me a kiss, and I'm like, try and have a good time. And she's like, And my daughter just sort of sees me and goes, Dada, like that, and reaches out to me. And I mean, it feels like something out of a film, like my missus pulling her away as the immigration detention staff tell me to sit down.
Right.
And then one of the geezers working at the airport, immigration detention in Malta, is that your little girl? And I'm not getting teary. I'm like, yes, my little girl. And he's like, get your bag. I was like, what? He went, get your bag. Picks up my bag and he just opened the barrier.
Let you out.
Walked out. And what was quite mad is that, as you say, there was other people there. There was like families from all over the world
Some of the
who
toughest
looked like
circumstances
they'd
of all
been
time.
there for days. But because my daughter was like, Dada, they just fucking let me out.
All right, everyone, be lucky. Take care.
Say goodbye to runaway nonsense.
Yeah.
Good luck with yourself.
Good
Mate.
luck with-
Ethiopia, is
go on,
it?
son.
Nice one.
I'll leave the Bluetooth speaker behind. Get the
But
vibes coming in here a
this
bit.
This is the thing that now I'm like, as much as I do get conspiracy brain sometimes. I don't think the moon landing happened, but I also don't care.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Do you know what I
That's
mean?
true. That's
There's
true.
loads of stuff like that. Well,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
bollocks,
yeah.
didn't happen. Also, don't care.
Don't care.
The Queen was not in that box that everyone was queuing for.
You reckon?
Also, don't care.
Okay.
Look-
What's the rationale for not having her in the box?
Why would she be in the box? What's the rationale for having her in the box?
Is her coffin?
Huh?
Is her coffin?
Like, I'm sorry, you can't walk down fucking Oxford Street with your phone in your hand. You think you can just leave the Queen in a box? You
Not
think
with
you
Philip
can just...
Schofield around.
Yeah,
Yeah, fucking
yeah.
interfere with her all.
Do you have any conspiracies?
Well, I mean, like, I guess not conspiracies, but like, I do think that, like, I'm big on Epstein. I don't like him. I just
Get that poster down.
I'm a big Epstein guy. I just think that, like, that feels like one of those ones that I think is miscategorized to me because people are like, oh, tinfoil hat or whatever. And it's like, no, there's Netflix documentaries about that one. It's like the David Icke thing of like, oh, the king of France or the king of Spain is like a lizard that drinks children's blood. But that to me is conspiracy
But this is
theory.
the problem. It's like
They're all
in for
getting
a
lumped in
penny, in
together.
for a pound.
Yeah.
It's like I'm with you. There definitely was like a pedo ring, and Epstein was in charge of it, and Trump was there fucking Blair was there.
There was all sorts of stuff going on.
100%. I reckon Lily Allen went. She's that vibe. Like, as much as she does
We
her
have no evidence whatsoever of that at all. She would have been like 10 at the time.
Lily Allen was on. Oh God, well I don't mean like that, but
right, yeah.
No, I don't mean she was a victim. I think she was part of the fucking.
Why? Why makes you say that?
She's just got that vibe.
No.
How did she end up with an American?
That's gonna have to get cut.
How did she end up with an American?
Well, let's watch a clip.
We don't have to cut that.
Let's watch a clip of Alex Jones, and this is him kind of acknowledging his tinfoil hatness.
On you as well that are
So someone's talking him through loads of stuff that's in like household products.
Microplastics.
And then you can protect your head from the sun so you don't get...
See how fast I did that? Folks, I'm an expert. Every day when I leave work, I do this. Let's do a wide shot, guys. People see the full power.
So you might as well drink some BPA water while you're at it. Then you can go ahead and do a detox and start cleaning yourself out later and neutralizing all the aluminum. So anyway, soups.
Now,
This
I would
is-
just like to say, and I won't say this very often about Alex Jones, men are class sometimes.
Right, it is class because he's not taking himself too seriously.
Not in that moment.
Not
no.
in that moment. But then this is the difficult thing: is I kind of think he's on the wind up a lot.
Yeah. I think that a lot of it is shown.
To be really clear, I was on the wind up when I said that I reckon Lily Allen was on Epstein's Island.
Yeah. You didn't mean
I,
that.
I don't believe that.
It's a complete joke. You
No,
never
and
do.
I don't, especially because you just said the age thing. So it's like, well, yeah. So, but like, I have this thing where I think he's harmless because he's joking.
But I think that
he's got a tinfoil hat on his head.
But I think that in a way, that is the scary part about media culture now, is that lots of people say lots of stuff, us included, and then go, but like say really heinous stuff, and then go, I'm just do you know what I mean?
If the
Or they
Reform
hide it.
MP who said there's too many black people in adverts was wearing a clown costume.
She's like Cundy on the fucking...
Yeah. Has anyone seen Tesco adverts? Wah, wah, wah. Has anyone seen B&Q? Wah, wah, wah. Multiculturalism, your
Yeah,
voice
yeah,
in one
yeah.
hell of a meeting.
I kind of respect... I mean, I don't respect her because she sounds like she's a racist, but like, I mean, it is, I think, better when people are just kind of open about it, and it's just like, okay, we know where they are now.
What one point was with her is like she's not
She's
joking.
not cloaking it
She's
behind
not joking.
irony or
There's no
entertainment.
laugh with it.
No.
Whereas it's like even the way he performs his stuff, like even when he's like, "Listen up, liberals, you're gonna fucking I'm gonna get you. It's too late. You're not gonna get us with your globalism. You're not gonna get us with your fucking Pizzagate."
The
It's like,
bombastic style
he's
of
joking.
it. Yeah,
he's
yeah.
not being serious. It's
I don't know if he's joking. I think you could say that he's presenting it in an entertaining way, because I think that a true kind of really far right nutter who just kind of sits there and monotones their heinous theories about all aspects of the world. Yeah, that's not going to do numbers. Do you know what I mean? That to me is the scary part, that like some of it is presented in an entertaining, jokey fashion, but I'm not sure that he doesn't believe all
no,
of the things
but
he
that's
says.
the hard thing, and it's like
Disentangling the two.
What's the truth, and does it even matter? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we should address basically he's fallen off, and as I said at the start, I think he would have fallen off anyway.
Yes.
So I think he's doing it wrong.
He would have been outrun by people.
Well, he's just doing it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look at that set that was InfoWars, that's his old show that he's lost now.
Yeah.
It looks like Jonathan Ross.
Yeah, it looks like CNN.
It looks like the news. It
Yeah,
looks like
yeah, yeah.
Sky. He's
Yeah,
got a
right.
glossy floor. You're not supposed to do that. Do you know what I mean?
That it has shifted slightly towards low production value shit like this.
Yes. But so what happened? I mean, you know the story. You can sort of tell this.
I
better
mean,
than
he's
me.
been sued by a couple of people, or he's been sued by a couple of groups of people, but the one that effectively and rightfully bankrupted him was that there was a school shooting in a place called Sandy Hook, which is in New Jersey in America. And he went on a crazy rant about how the people involved and the victims of that and their families were crisis actors. I think with the theory being that it's like an event which would prompt the government to control gun use. So
Right.
if they fake an event in which guns are the problem, then government comes in and goes, you can't have guns
So just
anymore."
being clear, he thought that the kids hadn't been shot.
Yeah, I think there's been some kind of back and forth over that, but I think at times he insinuated that nothing had happened and that it was all a sham, and then he insinuated that at other times that there were some things bad had happened, and then there were actors that also then went on the news to like try and make it worse. Yeah, so it's kind of a bit of both, bit of column A, bit of column B bullshit. Yeah, and he was sued for that.
So that's horrible, right?
I think we can both agree on that, brother.
A kid has died.
Multiple kids.
And
yeah.
he's questioning the legitimacy of the reporting
Around that.
and the behaviour and the sincerity of the parents.
Yep, whether it ever happened, whether they're liars, whether they're actors, yeah, all of the above.
Now, that is bad. He deserves to lose his show for that. And he's now, I think he's on Rumble now.
Yeah, that's where they all seem to end
That's
up.
where they all end up.
That's where we're going to end up.
I mean, that is one thing about my vibe. That I think I come across as people are often very surprised that I'm still with my partner. I think I'll often say I'm hanging out with my kids, and people go,
"Oh, it's your weekend,
when you have
is
your
it?"
kid." Yeah. People say that to me all the time. They cannot believe that this is part of a functioning family. They think I'm a single father.
You're hanging out with them at the house, not just at Hollywood Bowl. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like, and not to throw any shade upon anyone who is doing that, but like that's part of my vibe. If people have seen that, I also think I've got a very Rumble vibe. I am surprised we've stayed on YouTube as long as we have. It will not be long. I also had someone say to me the other day, I reckon you'll go Christian soon because you'll have done something quite bad. You'll have done something bad enough that you have to become a Christian. And yeah, I can see it.
Yes.
But what I will say is, you're right that it's horrendous that he's questioned the legitimacy.
Beyond the pale.
Yeah.
People, if you presented that to any right-thinking British person, they would say that's beyond the pale.
That he questioned the legitimacy of those kids dying and the parents' behaviour. And yet, in Britain, even to this day, people will not stop doubting the behaviour and the legitimacy of Madeleine McCann's parents.
Yeah. It's a common provincial British position, yeah.
People in pubs.
Yeah.
Football content creators I know who've done series about it.
Yeah.
There's been documentaries about it.
Yeah.
Books. Why is Alex Jones a monster for questioning those parents in, where is it? In
New Jersey, yeah.
In New Jersey.
Sandy Hook, yeah.
Whereas in the UK, everyone can question Madeleine McCann's.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
We're all fucked.
Yeah,
we're all
but I guess this is my point with Alex Jones. Is like, I think because of the way he presents himself, sometimes we're like, fucking hell, no one's like this guy. I mean, at one point he used the R word to describe himself. He was like, I am a little bit.
Yeah,
right? And it's like, yeah, like I wouldn't use that word.
No,
but I get what you're getting at, man. I'd never hard R, but I get where you're going.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. But then it's like the way that he behaves. We all behave sometimes.
Yeah, I guess it is in the human psyche to like speculate about things that are beyond the pale. But like you say, for most people, they don't set up a camera and a green screen to have a dig at Maddie McCann's parents. Some people we know do.
Well,
he's just taken it to the like, you've got too much time on your hands. Like if some woman in Chelmsford or wherever is sat with her mates on a Friday and they've got, I watched that documentary on Channel 5. I reckon the parents did it. That's the end of it. Do you know what I mean? She doesn't go home and get the 4K camera out. That's just the...
We got a 4K camera out today and put two lights in front of it. We moved a mirror off a wall so that we could sit here and speculate on the truth behind the runaway nonce. We are no worse than Alex Jones. I'm sorry.
We're no better.
We no better. Sorry.
Yeah.
All work. Like we're kind of, we've got slightly less energy, and some of our opinions are more woke. Some of them.
Yeah.
I don't have any issue with Mexicans. I don't really care about fighting age men.
No.
Migration's off the table for me.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
all it takes is for the right ketamine dealer to tell me something enough times. And
you're getting banged up in a Maltese jail.
And I'm getting stuck in a Maltese detention centre.
Yeah, I guess he is a bit of a there, but for the grace of God,
we
go
all
I.
have some Alex Jones in us.
Yes.
We all have some Alex Jones in us.
And whilst that doesn't make his opinions or the things that he's done acceptable, we do have to recognise ourselves as morally flawed people that could, under certain circumstances, we are not innately better than him and he is not innately more
I've
evil than
spoken
us.
with the same levels of conspiracy and anger because of the PGMOL. You're not going to get away with it! You fucking ungodly bastards! What you've done to my football team! He was offside! And we're coming for you! And we're not going to stop! I have done that. I've done that on more than one podcast. I will say now, yeah, and here we go. Here's my Alex Jones. You know David Coote?
Mm-hmm.
Pedo.
Yes. Well, he's been alleged to have downloaded child images, yes. He might have actually pled guilty. So I guess he's a paedophile, yeah. Whatever. I mean,
I'll say now, I think they're all pedos. I think the PGMOL are paedophiles.
That's your conspiracy
For people
theory,
who aren't aware what I'm talking about, this is like the refereeing association in football. I reckon loads of them are nonsense.
You think they've got a kind of Epstein vibe going on there.
That's right.
And they're explicitly anti-Arsenal.
That's
because
correct.
You are the most moral and upstanding
Because
club
we're a
in the world.
classy club. We're a classy club.
I think you're probably right.
We're the Liverpool of London. And
Think
that's why they don't like us. And actually, they should be deported before the runaway nonce should.
Yes, okay.
That's my Jones. should we watch one more clip before we
Let's
go?
watch one more late Jones
Because
clip.
this is late Jones, and this is him. I mean, fucking hell, he looks like a ghoul now, doesn't he?
He looks
and
crazy.
this is the thing, like, watch him in this. I don't know who the fuck he's talking to now, but you can see he's talking to someone who does it better. He's talking to one of the modern, the 2025 kind of conspiracy right-wing shit talk podcasts.
Late period Jones is not him doing like the InfoWars thing. It's him going around to everyone else's podcast talking shit.
Because he's lost his home.
Yeah.
He's like homeless now. He's like in a content
An itinerant
sense.
kind of content.
He
man.
like, hey, I lost my home, guys. Don't have anywhere to live anymore. Can I come and eat dinner at your table and chat some shit?
And if you're in that world, like he is the kind of, do you need someone to come on for 45 minutes and be amazing at this thing? He's like their John Cairns.
He's like their Porky Parrot.
He's like their Porky Parrot.
Do you need to like? He's Rory Sutherland for cunts. He is. Do you need someone to come? Do you need an unk to come and pontificate? But not about the marketing of electrical cars.
Yeah.
But about the great replacement theory. Let me introduce you.
Unk is going to cook for real.
That's right.
No cap.
Rory Sutherland, chaotic good.
Yeah.
Alex Jones, chaotic evil.
Yeah, that's it. And this is him doing his thing on some Mad Cunts podcast.
I haven't talked about this as much as I should because it's just built to a head now.
I know.
But I mean, I feel
I
great
know.
about it because, oh, God, you get a website, you shut down our building. Ooh. Well, you just go work for other people. Already got my crew, new management, new
Real
everybody.
Brent
Then I
vibe
just got
to
a
this.
job there, then they chase me around. Then I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I'm not a high
doesn't sound
roller.
like it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what's he going to do?
He lived in his car.
What I like is watching you defeated and getting you off the backs of our children. See, like a sheepdog likes to attack wolves. You understand that, right?
He's doing
Like,
straight
I'm
down
not
the
a
barrel of the
sheep,
camera
and
now.
I'm
He's
not a wolf
making this
like
his
you.
own show.
I'm a sheepdog. And I like, as a metaphor, not literal violence, I like tearing the throats out of wolves. So, and if I get bit or hurt or whatever even happens, it doesn't matter. You ever seen like a Rhodesian Ridgebacks, even three of them can take down a full male lion? And
Losing
they
the
take
thread
them 6
of it.
hours, but they do it, you see.
Right.
Sometimes they get killed.
Okay.
And they're getting swatted, they're bleeding, the dogs look so happy. It's what we're designed to do is take you on. You understand?
Okay.
I like it. And I want you to know I love all of it. And so you'll understand that. They watch. I mean, seriously.
They watch.
Like that. I'm sorry. It's a skill. I know. Like he's lost his causes now. He doesn't know what he's angry about anymore.
It's like Trump's the president. What has he got to worry about?
Exactly. This is the thing with a lot of these right-wing guys. It's like 10,
You
15
won.
years ago. Yeah, 10, 15 years ago. It's like, okay, I kind of get why you're angry. Now it's like you've got all the governments. Everywhere's gone in your direction. And he's kind of lost his purpose. He sort of says he's about protecting the children. I don't really know what from.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, there's a nonce wandering around Dalston, so I kind of get it.
Maybe,
But then within that analogy, you know what, a sheepdog. Yeah, we don't even mind being bit because actually I'm a Rhodesian rollback. And he switches dogs.
Yeah,
He's a different dog at a
Different
different
dog for a
point in the analogy. Then he says, I can get killed, but it doesn't matter. He's like, I think it
Okay.
does. I don't know. What, are you an undead Rhodesian Ridgeback at this point? But I'm going to get you. I'm going to bite you. And then he sort of goes, it's like, I'm sorry. As a podcaster, I fucking respect it.
Yeah, and I think that's maybe the moral of the story is that there, but for the grace of God, go I with my insane opinions. You were only ever one or two insane decisions away from being someone who's got truly reprehensible opinions like Alec Jones.
Yeah.
Maybe we've even got some reprehensible opinions. Maybe you talk about Maddie McCann's parents at the pub.
Yep.
Maybe you should have been banged up in a Maltese detention
Maybe
centre.
you've done the maths wrong and you think somehow Lily Allen was on Epstein's Island.
Yeah.
Maybe you
and
believe,
you feel very sorry about that and
Yeah.
you won't ever say that again.
and you think Coot was the tip of the iceberg and all the PGML
Yeah.
paedophiles. My advice would be wear your colours lightly.
Yeah.
Because if you go too hard on it, you end up like this guy, you're on fucking Rumble,
Yeah.
or as I did, you end up in a Maltese detention centre.
And I just finished by saying, Off Menu Podcast, we know what you're doing. We know what you're doing to the kids. We know, and we're coming for you. See you next week.